Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Michael and I like to do motorcycle related content, be it with my Harley Davidson or my little camper trailer here I'm building. Yes, I know it's been a while. I've been slack. I've had some surgery recently and I look like a bruised chipmunk on my face, so I really wasn't in the mood for filming. This is what I look like. So yeah, it wasn't real good, and then I burnt my lip, and then it's just one thing after another. But I've still continued with the trailer. Where I'm up to now is, I don't know if you can see, I've insulated it all. This is all 10mm double insulation. I was going to put a 20mm insulation in there, and I bought it from Bunnings, and I checked online that they had it in stock. Yep, no good, get down there. And they didn't, it was in the wrong place. So what I did is I put 2 layers of 10mm. This is all just sitting in there. It's all friction held, so that's great. So that's all over the whole trailer. I hit critical mass. I have concerns about the trailer being overweight for the Harley. As I've mentioned before, possibly on the flats it'd be okay, but because I live in a mountainous area, I have fears it's going to be too heavy. So what I've done now is I'm continuing to build the trailer, but I've made some modifications so I can tow it behind my little blue RAV. What have I done? I've taken off the rotating swivel hitch because I don't need that for the car. I'll use that on my next trailer build. I've taken off the electric brakes. I've left the rear hub things on here, the mounting brackets, but the electric brakes themselves are nearly 30 kilo. I've taken those off. I've lengthened the drawbar 12 inches, so then I have the turning circle with the car. But apart from that, I've just started doing all the wiring. I've changed my doors. I went from this configuration with steel and having it lined, and every time I made adjustments I'd have to rebend them and it was just flexing too much. So what I've done is I've made laminated timber ones. I laminated 9mm sheets for insulation, or later on if I feel like it I'll put a window in. I've painted these, instead of with a urethane because it's all going to be skinned anyway, I've painted them with a waterproof bitumen paint or a pitch. And if it's good enough for ponds and to keep water in, I'm sure it's good enough to keep water out. So I've painted it all with the pitch and stuff. Still has the same lock configuration. As I said, it'll either be insulation or later on I might find a window I like and I might put a window in it. So I've allowed for that. What else have I done? I've received the carpets for the project. You're going to think I'm mad, but I've got 3 different carpets. I've got a ribbed one with a rubber back for the walls. This is going to help with insulation and condensation. It's got a slight rib. It's only 3mm thick. They're all 3mm thick. But so this is a black and grey one. Then I've got a 4-way stretch one. This one's for the ceiling, so it's 4-way and it's in a granite tone. So it's a lighter grey, otherwise it's going to be like a dark pitch. So this one stretches 4 ways. Again, only 3mm, but this isn't rubber backed. And this is like a felt, again to help with insulation and the condensation, but it also lightens the roof. And then this one arrived yesterday. This is a nylon 3mm. It's kind of like a boot liner one. It's furry on one side and smooth on the other for the glue. This is going to be for the floor. So what this will do is, because I have to have minimum tolerances for the slider, so I can't go too thick. So technically this is 3mm thick, but it will squash down to 1.6. This is under the mattress and stuff anyway. So between the three, I'll move you over a little bit to show you. So between the three, that's the effect. Floor, wall, ceiling. It's kind of a little bit different, but I'm hoping it's going to work out great. So I'm hoping it's all going to work out great. So I've started wiring, and I've got the 12-volt wiring in there. I've cut the holes for the 240 volt. I've got the external plug, the internal fuse, the breaker. That's here. So along with my other switches, I've got this little control panel for the internal ones. This is off a boat, so it's kind of set up with the boat with the stickers at the moment. But this has 2 USB points, a marine lock point, like a cigarette lighter one, 2 USBs, a voltage meter on it, and 5 individual switches. So that'll control the internal lights, external lights, the fans, bits and pieces. I was going to go with a lithium battery, but I'm going with a AGM now battery. They're a little bit heavier, but for this now I'm towing it behind the car, it won't matter. So 112 amp hour AGM battery, which is a sealed unit anyway. They're designed for 4-wheel drives and camping, so I'm going to go with that. Oh, and something else I've purchased, I'm going controversial. Normally on the Teardrop trailers and things like that, they have an aluminium T-frame that goes around it, and it overlaps the edge of the door, and it's has a rubber seal behind it. I'm trying a new system. This is called a J-track or J-seal. It's kind of used for refrigeration on cold storage like trucks and things. This is a lot smaller than what they use, but it has a J-liner inside. So this part screws to the door frame, and then this part on the J goes into the seal and flattens out against the edge. So what it should be, I've got it upside down, but when it goes in, it should be like that. So it seals on the door and over the edge. Now I've gone with this because I need minimal tolerance going through this gap, as I said, because of my tolerances. So I've got all the aluminium here to do it if this doesn't work out. But that's my little controversial sealing system. I haven't seen it done on a Teardrop, so that should be different. Again, I haven't seen any other sliders. I posted, I'm a member of the Homemade Camper Association or Society on Facebook and stuff, and I don't normally post photos on that, but I posted a photo of this, the slider version, my slider micro, Teardrop, blah blah blah, and I think I've had about 30 or 35 people, only posted it this morning, already comment on how great the idea is and the concept, and people want details on how to do it. So that's working out really well, so I'm happy with that. What I'm thinking of doing once I've completed this, because the whole point of this exercise was to build one for the Harley, and now I've kind of exceeded the weight limit. It doesn't really serve my purpose. So what I'm going to do is complete it, trick it all out the way I think it should be, and tow it behind my little car for a short time and then sell it. I'm going to on-sell it. Because while I've been building this one, I've been thinking how to lighten the new one, a different track system, one that's a little more forgiving with the tolerances. For example, I can show you a little bit. I'm starting to cut aluminium to put on the top as well. So it's going to go black on the side, brushed silver on the side. But my tolerances are minimal. I've got a 3mm mat to go in there, and I've also got the edge covering. So the tolerances are very, very minimal, which is great for waterproofing, but it also doesn't give me much to play with. As I said, it's very unforgiving. As you can see, the whole trailer's insulated. This one here is for a shelf on the inside, so I've got something bigger to bolt it into. But it's coming along. External lights either side. Rear plug goes in there. The little piece of timber on the side is for a cooking tabletop. So this rail here is for this rail. So one screws on there, and then the table goes onto the side and clips down. Oops, wrong way up. Goes onto the side and clips down. And that'll be where the stove sits on the side. It appears low, but with the table and the top on it, the stove will sit at 900, or the cooking height will be at 900. So that's the standard bench height. So that's what that is to insulate it, because this only has 4 holes and I've got no steel work to bolt it on. So that'll go in there. So it's all coming along. As I said, I'm lining it at the moment with the aluminium. I'm waiting on some 3M VHB tape to come through, just to help adhere the side aluminium onto it. And then I'll pot rivet it in with increments of probably every 6 inches, just to give it that, or 15 centimeters, to give it that almost aircraft look with the riveting. Black rivets on the black, brushed silver on the silver. So generally I'm happy. Internal, you won't be able to see it. There is the back wall there. Then there'll be a 100mm gap where all the wiring and the switchboard and everything sits on a decorative panel. I might get a 12-volt TV and bolt that to it and things like that. So in the front I've got space, if you recall, in the original design. I can't pull it out at the moment to show you. Which can either be 2 shelves and a short hanging space, or if I lift the lower shelf up, which will be on hinges, I can have longer things in it, like longer pants or whatever. So, and that'll be an option too. So that's the storage in the front. I've worked out how to do my split level mattress system. So I've got a high density foam here that's, I think, 40mm thick. It's only scrap piece, so it's a high density, as I said, they're scrap pieces. But if I put one on top of the other and stagger them off like that, have my mattress over 3 fold-up pieces, that works great. I've laid out here for a number of hours with the double layers of it. I've got a heap of small pieces like this. And then I'll make a triple fold-up mattress. But that is comfortable, and it gives me about a 4-inch, 5-inch lay-on. And because it's pseudo high density, it doesn't collapse underneath your weight. So that's what I'm going to do for the mattress. And that's how I've resolved that. Plenty of time sitting in hospital or waiting for my face to heal and not be as bruised and beaten up. I've had time to work these things out. So I'm going to keep this video short. If you like this content, give us a thumbs up and a like. If you want to contribute to my PayPal and my Patreon accounts, that's great too. Everything helps. As I said, it's an ongoing expense. I realised last night when I started cutting the aluminium comes in 2.4 metre sheets. And when the trailer is in this configuration, without the slide out section, it's 2.4 metres, so it's perfect size. But this front section to the back section is, when they're separated, is 2700 millimetres. So naturally I've got to buy 2 more sheets. The front section's 1300 millimetre long by itself, and I can't get two sides out of one sheet. So I've got to buy 2 more sheets of that, and just it all adds up. The aluminium itself's cheap, but they've got to put it on a $50 pallet, and then it's $135 freight. So it's $160 for the sheet and $180 to get it here. You know, what can you do? And because of my location, it's just a shitty place to live to try to get deliveries. So, and that comes out of Melbourne. So, and they're really good. That's from Big Banner Signs. They're providing me my aluminium, high gloss black, as you saw, and brushed silver on the side. So I think it's going to be good. As I said, I originally set the colours up for the Harley, being black and chrome, but I think it'll look good behind any vehicle. As I said, I've got this little 2-door Rev that was my daughter Casey's, and she moved away and bought another car, so I've bought this one off her. So, which is good for camping. I'll be able to throw a slightly bigger fridge in the back of that if I want to, or esky I should say. Or I've got the little one that fits in here. In the back of the trailer, where the stove on the top shelf, that's where I'm going to have to put this battery, because it's a lot bigger battery, which is okay. So then the back lower section will be storage too, for, you know, extension cords or things like that. It'll be easy. But I think that's about it where I'm up to. I thought I'd better do another video and show you where I'm up to, because it's been a while. It's been a couple of months. And I keep coming out to do things and go, oh, shall I film? And you kind of go, oh, I'm all bruised, or I come out at night and the lighting's bad, or I got work lights, but it makes everything flicker and it's horrible. So anyway, so I'll leave it at that for now. I promise I will continue to make videos. I've been on school holidays for the last 2 weeks, thus this opportunity to do this sort of stuff. So, but anyway, don't forget a like and thumbs up. Don't forget my Patreon or my PayPal. And until next time, bye for now.